guys, it's Adele from Inkie Quill. What up? And I have a killer kit and layout share video for you today using my April hip kit, and I'm finally finished it. Oh my gosh, this kit took me forever to use. I started it in May. I did one layout in early May and then I just didn't touch it. Life was pretty crazy, but I'm glad it's done now. But by the end of it, I was like, come on, my May kit's just sitting over there. Let's get it going. So I didn't kill it as much as I could have. I probably still could have gotten 2 layouts out, but I'm moving on to the next one. So I love the kit, but I'd just seen enough of it by the end of it because I got so what I get, the main kit, the paper add-on, the embellishment add-on, and the colour add-on. Whoopsies. So I got it all, and the Project Life kit as well. So I really used this kit as much as I could. So here's a really quick look at what I have left. Obviously still have the watercolour pencils, made a nice dint, but they'll last me for ages. So they'll go on my mixed media shelf. Embellishment wise, I have a couple of the border strip thingies. I cut out a heap of the pink cameras. Nancy, Kitty Scrapper, you inspired me to do that. I haven't got many of the Amy Tan. I love that. Why didn't I use that? I haven't got many of those left, so they'll go in my embellishment boxes. Still have, I think I used up a pink, almost used up a pink one, but they'll just go in my tiny word sticker stash, and some sequins. I used up, I think, all the blue ones. Yeah, so they'll just go in my sequins box. Then, obviously, still got the stamp. I've got one frame left. I have a confession to make. There was a green one in there, and I hated it, so I used it as, I ran out of foam tape, so I used it as, like, 3D-ness. I'm sorry, green frame, but you weren't going to be used. So you did get used. I just gave you a new purpose. So this one, I've got a box of frames, so I'll pop it in there. Now these I loved, but they're not staying stuck to this anymore very well, so I will cut them out and put them into my embellishment containers. So I used up quite a lot of those, which is quite good. Then I still got a heap of these gold ones. These ones are sticking, so I'll just put those in with my thickers in a 6x12 page protector. I've still got a heap. You got so many thickers. It was amazing. Still got a heap of the pink. Notice I still have 3 Qs. Why? Oh, it's all right. Give me another month and I'll save up enough to do another Q layout. Maybe it can be like a monthly Q layout. I sense a series. On the 1st of every month, maybe I could do something with Qs. Then still got a heap of these. I struggled with these because I'm not a silvery person, but I want to use them. But yeah, love these. This is my favourite font from a long time. Yeah, I love skinny fonts. So still got some vowels. I've got 3 of the Heidi Swap watercolour cards left, and I have a plan to use those. I might be able to do something a little bit mixed meadery. I've got a bit of a thing possibly coming up. Arish and I have a little plan to do a challenge, so keep in mind those. Then the cutter parts I really liked. I liked most of them, actually. I didn't like all of them. But now I had a plan for these. What was it? What I'll probably do, I will probably cut up the ones that I like and put them in with my Project Life cards. And then the other ones, I want to do a little rack, random act of kindness, if you're not up with the lingo. So I might put them in my rack box and save them up like these. Actually, pretty much all of them except the hello I might put in a rack. Then this paper I have left over, it's the Amy Tan Rise and Shine. There are a lot of black stripes in the kit on the B-sides, but this one I did some hearts. I don't know if you can see. You can see it better in real person. Yeah, because you're not a real person now watching this. In real life, you can see the hearts better. So I just didn't use it, so I'll save that one up. I'm hoarding this. FYI, hoarding. It's going in the stash and it's going to sit there I don't like that side, but it's because of that green. It's going to go in my stash and I'll use it in like a year's time and I'll be like, oh my God, that camera paper. Same with this one. I loved it. So they'll go in my stash. So that's what I have left. A bit more than usual, more than I would like to, but I just got tired of the kit after a little while. So I'll show you my layouts now. Alrighty, so I made 15 layouts from the kit, which I think is pretty good. There's only one process video, and that's for this one. This is called Always Friends, and I won't go into too much detail because this was my first Mixed Media Monday, but I just went on a bit of a crazy circle thing. Circles everywhere. So yeah, I used up one of those frames and the Heidi Swap card, but you can have a closer look at that in the process video. Then, I'll just pop them over here. I'm doing them in order too. So this was the first one I made. And my first ones are always like, whoa, crazy because I have so many things to use and I just want to use them all up. So my next one was quite tame compared to that one. And it's called I Love Right Now. And I feel like it needs some gold splatters. So I probably will go back and do some gold splatters, but give you a bit of a close up. Just kind of a free-flowing grid form of my in-laws in the car. There's 7 of us. Well, there's 8, but there were 7 in this picture. And we fit in their family. What's the car called? Odyssey. That's what it's called. And Caitlin, my little sister-in-law, had asked me to go in the backpack, which is like the boot that has seats in it. So it was a bit squishy and she was just so excited to have me in the back because usually Aaron, Ryan and I sit in the middle because we're, not child size, and then the 2 kids go in the back. So this next one, this is probably my favourite. Look at this twit. Oh, I love him. And it's called You Make Me Smile. Yeah, this is definitely my favourite layout of the thing. And I didn't do a process video for any of these because I went on a bit of a crazy nighttime marathon and I made like 8 of these in one night. But I am going to scrap lift this. So I have one of those cards left over and I'm going to do it again and I will do a process video on it because I just love it so much. So all I did is I watercoloured the Heidi Swap card with some of the watercolour pencils. Then I backed each letter with some of the paper, which I stole from the Amy Tan 6x6 paper pad, which was in the Project Life kit. And then I just did a whole heap of layering with pink papers. Now this photo, he's not gay. I wore this flower, you've probably seen it in my profile picture on Facebook. It was a little floral headpiece that I made for a photo shoot we did. And I put it in his hair because I was being a twit and this was the face he did. And I was like, wait, I have to take a photo. He's so understanding. And I just thought it was just a classic with his curly moustache. So, and I did originally have this on just a white background, but it needed a bit of something. So I think this pink grid is what really makes it. I just love it. Next up we have Good Times. And it's a picture of my friends and I at our favourite bar. So the first thing I did was I stuck this bit of paper at the top, clear gessoed a whole big area and then watercoloured and then just went crazy with, I had a whole heap of leftover circles from that first layout. I'll give you a bit of a close-up look. Did some stamping, did some coloured stamping, which I don't think I've actually ever done before. It was fun. I love this little, I don't know, something about that splodge I just really like. And I did some modelling paste through a stencil on the background too, epoxy sticker, and yeah. So I really like that one too. That's probably one of my favourites that I made. Next up, I like this one too. This one's called Lovely, and it's a picture of my stepmother-in-law and my little sister-in-law. And I went for kind of like a column, and then it kind of like exploded on the sides. I can just never keep things like tight and concise. Things just blur out, but I really like it. So when I saw this photo, I knew I wanted to use the us because it had the trees in the background, and we're in a park here, and it's a picture of us, and then use these from the crepe paper thickers sheet. So yeah, give you a bit of a closer look. And I use those epoxy stickers 1, 2, 3. And yeah, I like, was that in focus? There we go. I really like how this one turned out. Just use strips of paper. A lot of them is actually from the 6x6 paper pad. Then this one obviously didn't use that side. This one's called Just Plain Wonderful. And a lot of these photos are from Easter. We went to see family in Bathurst, and so I thought I'd get a lot of them scrapped. So all I did was gessoed the background, did some watercolours, used actually a bit of my distress ink from my stash, layered a couple of papers and just stuck these two photos together. This was this giant egg. Look at the size of it. So they're all happy once they broke it, but it was a bit of a challenge to crack. I love the look on Caitlin's face. So yeah, used up some blue sequins, and I really like the colours that I was able to make with so what I used green, light blue, and then this darker one's the distress ink. So yeah, that's called Just Plain Wonderful, because it was. Then it's quite a basic one. It's called Yippee! They have, oh my God, if you're ever in Bathurst, there is this park, and whoever made it needs like an extra $50 million to build parks like this everywhere. We call it the Dinosaur Park because it has this sand pit, and you dig through it, and there's like skeletons of dinosaurs like in the bottom of the sand pit. So the kids unearth them and feel like they're fossilizationing. Yep, made up a word. So, and it's got an amazing flying fox. It's got a chair flying fox. It's got a maze, like a proper wood maze. It's got rock climbing. It's got slippery dips and swings. It's got like 15 different swings, I think. It's even got a musical bridge, like you step on it. It's just incredible. So if you're in Bathurst, find the Dinosaur Park. I don't know its real name, but find it. So this is my little brother-in-law on the swing, and I just look at his face. It's a brilliant shot. I took like 50 to get that one shot. So I just used my memory box stencil in the background with some gelato and modelling paste, and then just kept it minimal. I didn't even layer with paper. That's just one of the Amy Tan embellishments. I swapped flag, and then just kind of did this scattering up to the top corner. So yeah, I really, really like that. I want to do more clean layouts. It's just, I get too excited with all the products. But yeah, I like how that one turned out. That would probably be top 3 for me. Yeah, top 3 for this week. This one's called Hey Why Not? Because why not put a giant chocolate Easter egg on your head and do a duck face pout? Why not? I love her so much. So I just did, there's a bit more pattern paper than I'm used to on the background, and then just a little strip of the camera. I did some just very, that Heidi. I'm going to call it Heidi Shine from now on, okay? Sorry, Heidi, but it's now Heidi Shine. That Heidi Shine doesn't dry on enamel dots. It's all sticky. I did this like 2 weeks ago. Weird. So I just used a couple of the Amy Tan word stickers, punched out some hearts. Loving my heart punch at the moment. Then this was off that cut apart sheet, and a bit of stamping, and just a little something up here just to weigh it, just to balance the weight. Balance. We're almost there, guys. Only like 5 or 6 to go. Next up, this one's called Siblings, And this paper was, I think this was part of the embellishment add-on, I want to say. And it had all these little squares, and a lot of them weren't my cup of tea, so I flipped them over and used the pink side. So anytime you see this pink kind of textured looking paper, that's the other side of that cut apart. So I just did a whole lot of cut aparts, and then this was one photo, and I actually cut it into 2 bits. This is all the bros and the sisters on top of the rock climbing wall. So this one was really quick, like ridiculously quick to do. I put that one and those 2 hearts on foam. So yeah, really, really super easy layout to, if you want to scrap lift and use up some scraps, this is a great way to do it. Just little squares of pattern paper, and if they were, I would do it again with plain pattern paper as well, and add little embellishments and things. Sorry guys, hang on. I think my darling Arwen has made me a bit sick. He was off. He says whoopsie. He was off work for a couple of days last week, and I think he's passed it on. Lovely chap, isn't he? But I actually made him sick to start off with, so it's just a bit of karma, really. This one's called What I Love About You, and I like it and I don't. I like it because I used up all of the circles, not circles, the numbers. I don't like it because I cut my photo in a circle, and I just don't know how I feel about that. I mean, I like it. Okay, yeah, I do like it. It's something different. We've all got to try something a bit different. So I just wrote down 9 things that I love about the bunnies. And because they change so much, like this time a year ago, they absolutely hated each other. They couldn't be together. They would rip like facefuls of fur off each other and bite each other, and it was just horrible. So I thought it was nice to capture what they're like now, in case they ever start to go back to the way they were, which I hope they never do. This next one's called Happy. Oh, sorry, it's called Happy Happy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Do any of you know that song? My dad used to sing that to me all the time. Maybe he made it up. He probably did. Anyway, so this one I was trying to use up scraps, so I did a lot of layering and a bit of stamping and lots of words in this one. It's very wordy, very busy, but you know, what can you do? Well, I guess you can not make it as wordy and busy. Duh. Duh, Dell. So yeah, it's not my favourite. It's not my least favourite layout ever. It's just a layout. Next up, oh my gosh, they're like multiplying, I swear. Oh, I love this. This is called Friendship is Finding People. Friendship is about finding people who are your kind of crazy. And this is a photo of some friends and us at dinner, and they're all pulling silly faces. I also was pulling a silly face while I took the photo, but that's irrelevant because you can't see me. And yeah, so I loved this spotty Heidi Swap card, and there was a paper in the 6x6 paper pad that was really colourful, multicoloured stripes, and I wasn't going to use it, so I decided to layer it behind, and it kind of makes it look like confetti. So I just did a strip, bit of watercolour pencils, and just a bit of layering. I wanted to use up some thickers, that's why I did this really long title. So if you're ever stuck for a title, I just went on to Pinterest and typed in funny friendship quote, I think. And that's what I got. So yeah, I like that one. And here, the good thing about getting 2 sets of thickers in the same font is I layered them over the top of each other so that it looks like they have a bit of a shadow. I kind of offset the second one. I thought that was appropriate for the word crazy. 3 to go. Oh my gosh. This one's called My Happy Place, and this is a picture of my hometown on the Central Coast. This is literally 30 seconds down the road, which we're a bit spoilt with. And I just kind of went with a vertical type, kind of an L shape. I do an L shape quite a lot. So I go down and then just a little bit. So used up a whole heap of the turquoisey and grey. Okay, so my camera cut me off because it only films 20 minutes at a time, and I've already done 20 minutes. Oh my gosh, I have to talk faster. No one's going to watch this still. So layered a whole lot of the turquoise papers, backed this with a plain paper from the Amy Tan 6x6 paper pad because I thought I wanted it to stand out compared to all the patterns. And yeah, just a few enamel dots from my stash. And I quite like how this one turned out. So with those Heidi Swap cards, you don't have to watercolour them just because they're watercolour. They're quite nice by themselves too. Isn't that sky to die for? Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, so that's at the end of our road. So yeah, and then, oh, 2 to go. This one is called Love Us. And it's just Caitlin and I being a bit silly. So the thing I like most about this is I had a whole heap of hearts left over. So what I did is I got the orange and the yellow watercolour pencils and watercoloured. Then I stuck on the papers in the background here and then cut out a whole heap of hearts and stuck them on, and I was going to leave it. But then I felt like it was too like in your face, bright and colourful, and it was a bit too bright for me. So I just covered it with a piece of vellum, which is something that I've done before with I did before with that Hello Vintage layout with the stencil, when I missed the stencil. Vellum is amazing. I really need to use it more often for covering stuff rather than just a layer. So yeah, this is just us being a little bit silly. So not too many embellishments because those hearts are so bright. This is actually tape from my stash. It's the Amy Tan washi tape booklet. And yeah. And then the last one is probably my favourite. And it's called Sweet. And it's just a really cute little moment that I captured of Aaron and his little brother. His little brother's 10, turning 11. And he was walking on his feet, and it was just really cute. They were having so much fun, and so I quickly snapped a photo. I always have my camera in hand when we go to like the park or something with them because there's lots of cute little moments. So just used, that's a branding strip. I absolutely love it when companies do branding strips that go all the way across on one side. Please do that more often. Why isn't that? There we go. And then just a couple of the stickers, a circle that I cut out. I'm really on a circle binge at the moment, have you noticed? Then just a couple of the cutter parts and another manufacturing strip, branding strip, whatever you like to call it. Did some modelling paste. And yeah, this was using up the last of all the pink and the turquoise ones. So that's it, guys. 15 layouts. I think I did all right. Now I'm onto my May kit, and I'm going to film a video on how I sort my May kit to go into my Alex drawers, because a couple of people have asked me for that, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll do a really quick flick through, okay? Really quick. So Sweet, Love Us, My Happy Place. Friendship is about finding people who are your kind of crazy. Happy Happy. What I Love About You. Hashtag Siblings. Hey, Why Not. Yippee. Just Plain Wonderful. Lovely. Good Times. You Make Me Smile. I Love Right Now. And Always Friends. So thanks for watching, guys, and check out the process video for this if you haven't already and would like to, and stay tuned for another video tomorrow. Bye!